I got it all screwed up here. I was trying. I was doing. I was over there. It wouldn't hit go live on Instagram. Hold
I
on.
told
I know you told me it takes a minute, but I was scrambling. I kept hitting go live, and nothing would happen, and then it finally went live. So
yeah.
it is what it is. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 139 of The Sound. And tonight we've got a great show. We've got A Moment of Violence is going to be joining us. Scotty Austin's going to be joining us. We've got a concert announcement that we're going to be doing. We've got the grudge match. I am Kevin Harris.
I am Lisa Wills.
I'm Matt James.
And I'm Jared Seymour.
All right, there we go. So how has been a couple weeks? How's everybody doing?
I'm all right. Can you guys actually hear me?
Yeah, actually really good.
Okay, because I forgot to plug in my mic. So
No, it sounds good. It sounds really good. Actually,
all right,
make
awesome.
sure make sure mine's right. Yeah, folks, I'm good. Yeah. No, I've been good. Kevin, I see that you went to my barber.
So I was telling Lisa, I was like, let's talk about the shaved head. And I went, it's actually been shaved for the last couple episodes, but I've been wearing a hat, so nobody's noticed.
Yeah,
So,
it looks good. Does it feel good?
It does feel great. And like I told him, and I have that lovely skin disease called eczema. So I have a couple spots on my head. So I was like, well, the best way to get medicine on it is not to have the hair on it. So I was like, and I'm half bald anyway, so let's go.
Yeah,
go ahead and
and with you losing hair, the reason why I got a hair is mine is ridiculously long right now. So
Yeah,
I've been thinking about growing it out, but
I even went and bought one of those Remington head shavers, with the 5 blades and all that kind of good stuff. So
yeah, no, it looks good. You look sleek. You look way to go. I like it.
yeah, there you go. Brandy says, I want to be you, Jared.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm glad to see you finally joined the team, man. It's I hate to see people faking the funk. That's what I've always. Don't fake the funk, baby.
I just want to know. So my biggest problem was I've actually had to go to like the tanning bed or whatever just to get rid of the white.
Nah,
like
it'll go on its own. It'll just blend in with the seasons. Like right now it's winter down here, so I'm all pasty. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Gotcha.
What's everybody been listening to? That's what I want to know. It's raining like cats and dogs down here.
Yep.
And I just got barely by the skin of my teeth made it for the live without jumping in late. But I want to thank Lisa. I'm stuck on Diedrich right now. Like I am big into her record and her stuff. I really, really dig it.
Yeah, isn't she incredible?
Yeah. She is. The I got some favorites, like obviously like anybody would. But she goes hard in the paint, as they say.
Yeah, she's just incredible. Her album Mortal is just tremendous. Great body of work. She has a lot to be proud of there. But I don't know. I mean, what is everyone listening to? I guess lately I've been listening to a lot of Calva Louise because I'm stupid excited about the US tour that was announced yesterday for Calva Louise and Vukovi.
Nice.
So I'm going to go make a fool out of myself in New York City. Can't wait.
Why not?
Matt, what about you? What are you into?
I can't really say what I've been listening to because it's not released yet.
Oh, don't be a dick. Just tell us the normal stuff. We get it. We get it.
I've been.
Wait, what?
I've been sort of all over the place, really. I've been listening to some unreleased music which drops on Friday, which is banging. You'll find out Friday.
Oh, yep.
You'll find out Friday how good it is. But yeah, I've been a little bit all over the place, to be honest. A little bit here, a little bit there. I've not really been like hitting the streaming service. I've actually been listening to the radio station most of the time, working here in the office. So, most of the stuff that we've been playing here and there, and loving, Dead Eyes Here We Go Again. Every time it comes on, I want to start a one-man mosh pit.
Also, Gears at number 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my curse, man! What a vibe.
That's a great track.
Dancing in my car, like. So good.
Kevin, where are you at?
To be honest with you, I'm on Transient.
Art of a Liar.
Art of a Liar. So that's where I mean, I kept it simple.
Okay.
I honestly, if you like going to the gym today and putting my earplugs in, I mean, it was just the sound radio station, just listening to it, making sure we're sounding good and all that kind of stuff. But outside of that, new stuff, the new Transient.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a banger.
Not you, Jared.
The Diedrich. I mean, that's been where I've at as far as like new stuff. You know what I mean? And then we played it last time on the show. Architects. What's the name of the song, Matt?
Seeing Red.
Seeing Red.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
I love listening. It is a great song, but my favorite part is the blah. And
yes.
I love every time that comes on. I just crack up. I don't know.
My favorite part of that song is probably "Are You Happy Now?" because that song was a big fu to the entire hater group that was hitting on them, saying that they'd gone soft.
Yeah. Are you happy now? Ting.
Yeah, we can. It's like we can do it this way, or we can do it however we want, and that's the true signs of a real artist, right?
Right.
I saw Nick Nocturnal do a reaction video to that, and he was just like, they have literally just done a Metalcore 101 tick list, right? Blair, this, that, and like you said, they've nailed it in one song.
Yeah.
I got a little topic of discussion I'd like to get into between the Grudge Match song 1 and 2, and kind of pick y'all's brains about it if we can do that. I know we probably need to jump into the Grudge Match, huh, Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, we do have 2 guests tonight, so we are going to be pretty rapid fire on some stuff. But no, we'll definitely take the time to discuss whatever anybody wants to discuss. But we will roll into the Grudge Match real quick, because last week, or the last episode, Etched in Embers got into the Hall of Fame with Happy Song. So we have 2 new contenders tonight, and I wanted to go with some 2 that have never been on the Grudge Match. One being While She Sleeps, and it's going to be the song Self Hell, and the other one being Devour the Day. And I don't know history of While She Sleeps like I know history of the Devour the Day. Devour the Day is the drummer from Egypt Central on lead singer, the bass player from Egypt Central, and the bass player from Pop Evil on bass. They are Devour the Day. So we've got their song Worse Than Death on there, and then While She Sleeps, we're going to do Self Hell. But you know how it works. If you are on Facebook, you'll see a poll pop up. You'll vote video number 1 or video number 2. If you are on YouTube, Twitter, or Instagram, put in the comments. And I do have Instagram up, so I will be able to see the comments. They are now using, if you didn't notice the StreamYard update, anybody watching on Twitter, their comments will now come into our feed. So we'll be able to see those comments.
Nice.
So if you're on YouTube, Twitter, or Instagram, please put in the comments video number 1 or video number 2. And we will get rolling here with the very first one. And here we go. All right, video number 1, Devour the Day, Worse Than Death. The favorite line in that one is not getting any closer to getting any closure.
Nice. Yeah. Wasn't he on the show as a guest, Kevin?
Yeah, Blake was on the show as a guest. I thought about that, and when he was on, he forgot he was going to be on, and he wouldn't do video because
he was audio only. Yeah.
He was at home and doing some things and didn't want to be on video. So it was an audio only interview, but it was good. It was good. Yeah. So like I said, Blake, the lead singer, is the drummer for Egypt Central, and the bass player, Joey Chicago, is the bass player for Egypt Central and current bass player for Pop Evil.
Oh, I didn't know he was with Pop Evil now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He's touring with Pop Evil. That's why Devour the Day is not touring, because Pop Evil's touring everywhere. So,
damn. Okay.
Makes sense. So it is a banger, though. It is a banger. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a great song, though.
Yeah. Are we going to get shut down for While She Sleeps?
I don't know.
We might.
We'll find out.
It's a live broadcast, folks. Take your risks.
Let's just jump into it. I had a thing I wanted to talk to, but we'll do it later, or we'll do it on another show because I don't know if it's enough time in between 1 and 2.
All right. Well, here's video number 2. It's While She Sleeps, Self Hell. Check it out.
Let's praise the love inside of us. Everybody's got the problems, listen, how'd you think you're in this? You won't get it. Everybody's got social sickness. Everybody's got self-sadistic. Everybody's got toxic interest. I'm no different. Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love, let's praise the love. Take it as it comes. There's enough misery for everyone. So sadistic. You don't know my secrets, 'cause I'm not a Gemini. I know when it's good, it's so good. When it's bad, I wanna die. They said, I'll give you something that will help you bend your mind. I'm like, how can I decline? I ain't no social butterfly. You're staring at the skin gap. You're staring at the attitude. You're looking at the change. You're staring at the fire and smoke. Everybody's got a world like this. Everybody's got a complex demon in it. Everybody's got their problems listed. I'm no different. Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love. Let's praise the love. Take it as it comes. There's enough self-help for everyone. Now, I wish I could say things differently to set me apart from other lyricists. There's a shot in the dark, I said from the start, I don't give a motherfucker about what anybody thinks of me. Never been so surrounded but felt so high. Never been so named but I still know. Ain't coughing up blood in case you didn't know. Don't give a fuck what you think of me. Self inside of us. Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love inside of us. Let's praise the love. Let's praise the love. Praise the love inside of us. Let's 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 praise the love. 'Cause it's all we've got. Inside of us. Let's sing us inside of us.
I
right.
love the little
Yeah,
girl
yeah.
at the end.
So somebody made a comment. Derek made a comment on this. When I was loading the videos today, and since I've heard the song, I've like that hook. Something about that hook reminds me of something. And then listening and watching today, I was like, it sounds like Limp Bizkit. So
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's got that early 2000s new metal punky vibe, isn't it?
yeah, it's good. It's good though. I like
yeah,
it.
it is.
I like it. I like it.
And
I
the
like it.
video reminds me a little bit of like what Esha Nimbers did with Happy Song, right? It's a little bit kind of weird,
Just-
fun, and different
yeah,
from
just
the
fun,
song.
isn't
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Jared, what
Matt
did you
and
want to
I-
bring up?
Oh,
Well, I don't know that we got enough time with the two guests. Maybe we'll save it for another show. I don't want to kick us out too long tonight. What do you think?
Do it.
Do it? Okay. Well, I was
Yeah.
wondering. We've mentioned it on the show a couple times before, talking about music, the way music's produced nowadays. And I read a little one of those blurb articles from Chad Gray, the singer from Mudvayne,
Right.
and the clickbait title was that all music's starting to sound the same. And we've talked about it on the show here before a few different times, that with technology being the way it is, producers being the way that they are nowadays, where you can just kind of MIDI drums, you can patch guitar sounds in, that instead of things, and we mentioned it last episode, Kevin, with the Rick Beato video about how the radio industry changed.
Yep.
And I think about this kind of shit a lot, and it's like, instead of music getting more diverse in sound, it almost sounds like it's coming back and getting homogenous is the word that kind of comes to mind. And when I read the article from Chad Gray, I was like, he's a guy that's out there and he's willing to speak on it. Not talking shit on anybody in particular or any band or any producer, but it does kind of seem that way. And I don't know if the three of you feel that way, hear that way. Anybody in the listening live, drop it in the comments. Do y'all hear that?
I agree. I agree that it is coming back to that. So I don't know, a few years back, rock had so many different genres. And now I think rock's down to about 2 or 3 genres. And it's you still have like that, those bands of the Greta Van Fleets and stuff like that have that classic rock, that 70s sound to them. And then you have bands that are trying to bring in that poppy sound again, or more punky sound. And then you have the metalcore. And I mean, as far as the mainstream rock goes, of course, there's more genres than that. But as far as mainstream rock goes, I think it's all starting to funnel into one sound. I mean,
well, Lisa and Matt, I know y'all deal with a ton of music with Riff Media and the bands that y'all represent, but like, I'm even talking more about like even the way music is distributed. And again, we've talked about it on the show before. Like it's like everything's got to be singles based. And I don't know how you get around that. I don't even know if there is a way currently. But do y'all feel that way? Like, is there room for a band to come out and explore what they can do musically, sonically, without having to worry about every song's got to be this radio hit? You know what I mean? In that format.
Yeah. And I'm going to answer this, and I'm going to say there's a reason that it is all going the same, I think, and that's because bands and producers are out there are writing stuff for radio. They're not writing music that they actually want to. They're
Right.
writing
And
stuff
when
to
you
fit
say
radio.
radio,
Simple as
it's like,
that.
it could be
Yeah,
radio.
it's that. Oh, that worked for that band. Let's write something like that. Oh, that worked for that band. Let's write something like that. And they're trying to target the radio rather than writing stuff they actually want to write and they love writing, in a sense. And yeah, there is a market for it. And I'll give you one example of two bands actually. Gears and Dead Eyes.
And Raptors.
And Raptors.
Doing whatever the fuck they
Dead
want.
Eyes, Raptors.
Yeah. I disagree. I disagree. I have to say though, I agree to some level where that bands every decade sort of has its trend, doesn't it?
Yes.
You know, where we fall into this one sort of kind of sound. But I think that there are bands out there who are pushing the envelope and who aren't doing what everyone else is doing. You know, I mean, there's so many great bands out there with their own unique sound and their own unique elements. So I don't want to categorize it all, but every genre, you know, every decade has its own thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not out there. I'm saying it just kind of seems like, you know, there's a lot of like marbles on the table, all kind of magnetizing together into this sound. There still are other things out there that sound different, which is, you know, again, and mentioned it on the show, why like the post-profit thing kind of blew me away, because they're a traditional, in my opinion, rock band. And I've talked to them about it. They are like a new age Stone Temple Pilots or something like that, but a little heavier. But like, you see what I mean? Like they cut through the normal, here's what everybody else is writing. I don't know. That's just what's been on my head, on my brain lately.
Well, and it goes back to that video that you shared that one time. It's what they call in radio Nickelback syndrome.
Yes. Yeah.
Nickelback wrote songs hit after hit after hit. They all sounded the same. They all had the same thing.
Format. Yeah.
Everybody started going for that. And I played it one time here on like the beginning of one of our shows, a band, I forgot what band it was, but it was a #1 hit song. And all they did was make fun of how the song was written. And here's where the chorus goes. And here's where I say woo and all that kind of stuff.
That's like Hardy radio song, right? Like he made fun of that as well, you know. And he's a guy that is a good example of somebody that has blended a bunch of different styles together, or even like what the new Jelly Roll stuff that I say new, it's a couple years old, but you know what he's doing. So I don't know. That was just a topic that I've been thinking a lot about. And then when I saw Chad Gray comment on it, I was like, you know, he knows, he's in the scene. Like he knows it ain't just, you know, my little opinion over here isolated. So
well, I mean, the crossovers are really popular now too. Like you mentioned Jelly Roll and Hardy. I mean, that country crossover to rock is gaining momentum. It's been gaining momentum. There's a lot of bands like even Five Finger Death Punch taking out country singers. Shinedown took out, I believe, Jelly Roll. You know, there's a lot of that going on. So maybe that is how the 20s will be defined. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. And it's also something like we mentioned Raptors, and I spoke to Simon about this, and like there probably is bipolar per single per album as you can get for a band, right? And Simon was saying that they don't ever want to conform to one subgenre because it limits their creativity, but it does limit them when they're going for like touring options and stuff, like booking agents and stuff like that. They're like, where do we pick? Where do you fit? Where can we put you? And that's why they were doing so many headline tours the past year or so, because all the booking agents and everywhere were like, well, you don't really fit there, and you don't really fit there, but you fit that, and they didn't really know where to put them. So it does hold you back in a certain sense if you are out there, so to speak.
Yeah. And I know those bands are out there. I just, like I say, you know, are they cutting through and are they getting the attention that they deserve? So if you're watching the show, tag some bands like that you know, that's like, hey, these guys are good and they're different. We love to hear about them. So
yeah, if they're cutting through the noise, we want to know.
Yeah. And what we mean by that is they put out a product. Maybe not everybody knows about them yet, and we can hopefully help cut through more of the noise, right? But we need to know about it.
Talking of a band that's different, we've got one sat backstage ready to come on.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Here we go. Where are they at? All right, here, and here.
How many we got?
Brady Bunch style. Here we go.
We've got it. What is going on, boys?
What's up, fellas? Thanks for having us on.
So you're welcome, dude.
How you doing?
Doing great. How
about
you
on
guys?
this end?
Doing excellent, man. Just cranking it out, and excited to be here, and really happy, that you guys decided to have us on for sure.
So you guys are relatively a baby back, really. You've only been around a couple of years. I think 21 you formed.
Yeah, we've actually we formed with just a couple of the members originally in 21, but really we've only had a full complete lineup. I would say less than a year, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah. Well, so for those who don't know you, just go around each one of you. Des, we'll start with you. Just introduce yourselves and what you do in the band.
Yeah, so I'm Des. I guess I'm the wearer of many hats in the band. I put the band together ultimately. I do a lot of the songwriting, a lot of the producing and everything like that is pretty much done in my home studio. And as far as the band goes, I'm the lead guitar player, when we go in a live setting as well.
Hatchet, what about you?
Yes, my name is Hatchet, and I have the glorious responsibility of laying down all the low end at the band. I joined the band in somewhere, I think it was around July, Des, right? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm. Russ, who does the clean vocals, him and I joined around the same time. And other than that, I'm known for just whipping my hair and stuff around on stage and putting on some performance.
I love it. Scotty, what about you?
What's up, guys? Yeah, I'm Scotty. I play drums in AMOV, and I'm one of the two founding members, along with Desi. Been in the band since late 2021, and just been doing whatever Desi says, and it's been going good so far.
I love it. And Brent, last but not least.
Hey, I'm Brent. I'm the heavy metal cowboy. I've been here pretty well since the beginning, just hanging out and playing guitar.
Nothing better than that.
Nice. I like it. No. So you guys have been dropping some singles. Like you say, you've had a full lineup. It's probably less than a year. You've been banging out some singles over the past year. Tell us a little bit about what your writing process is.
So
you were saying it's mainly done in your studio. So is it, how do you go about it? Do you come up with lyrics first? Do you, because every band's different.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, it generally starts with me in the studio. I'll pretty much write the musical portion of it. I'll kind of just track some things over to maybe like some MIDI drums, like an idea that I have as far as maybe a chorus or a verse riff or whatnot, and I'll kind of build it from there. I'll get it to a point where it's it's not necessarily a complete song, but what I will do is I'll show it to the guys and kind of get a little bit of their feedback and input on it as well. But at the end of the day, once I do have a complete song together, I'll bring in Alex and Russ, which are our two vocalists, and I'll bring them in and we'll kind of like sit down as a 3-piece and kind of brainstorm lyrics and stuff like that and get an idea for what this song makes us feel like and then kind of track it. It's a lot of it's trial and error, like you guys were just talking about, like modern production, you're able to like kind of put something down, maybe tear it off and put something different down, and just kind of mix and match everything until it comes out to be exactly what you want at the end of the day. So that's really the process. It's really just going to start here with me. I'll come up with a riff and then I'll build the song from there, and then we'll do the vocals last.
I like it.
Yeah.
See, Kevin, did you want to say something? You're nodding your head there.
No, I'm listening, and like I said, so I'm listening, I'm also doing something behind the scenes because we are making that concert announcement, and Facebook is piece
We
of
are.
crap. So
We are.
I have to do something in order to get it timed out properly. I have to work behind the scenes while the show is going on to make sure when we announce it that I hit a button and everything goes right. So I'm listening.
Live
He's listening.
So I guess if I was going to ask any question, just like what we were talking about before you guys came on, what sets yourself different from everything else that's out there? What is, in your opinion, what makes you guys different than everything else that's out there?
I'll definitely say that ultimately our songwriting and stuff like that is, our roots are a lot different than what most are doing right now. I mean, I kind of agree on the path of most bands are starting to sound similar in that fashion. And I believe that a lot of that's due to the technological boom, and the things that you can use in the studio now. What really makes us different is ultimately we're still writing songs with live bass, live guitars, and all this stuff, and live vocals and stuff like that. I do use synthesizers and stuff like that as well, but it's too minimal just to taste ultimately. But at the end of the day, I think that we really write some true songs that are true to our roots, and I mean, we've been able to kind of cut through, like you guys were mentioning as well, with the first two singles, and I think it's really just to the moon from here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I want to just kind of clarify, like I'm not against anybody using any kind of MIDI drums or synthesizers or whatever, like whatever is a part of your creative process. And we've had tons of bands on here, now that they don't even live in the same states, right? And so that's a beautiful thing to be able to create music with people that through the internet that are multiple states away. Like that's a great thing. I'm not, shitting on that in any way. I just think that it has its gives and its takes, right? Its positives and its potential negatives. That's kind of where that conversation was going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm totally in agreement with that. Listen, I dig a lot of those bands that might fall into that category. I listen to them every single day, but I really feel like the approach that we take to songwriting, or the approach that we put into the song and everything like that. Like, I'm not afraid to still rip a guitar solo in a song. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of bands will shy away from that just because maybe that's not what's quote unquote in style right now. But, I'm not afraid to pull that off for sure, and make it super tasty and super catchy as well. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, right. And it's good stuff they're putting out. But the first time I came across these guys was Pepper hit me up to do some work with Desi, which isn't released yet. But he sent me the single, and it was the first time I heard them, and I was just like, "Who is this? Who are you?
Right.
Why do I not know you?"
Right.
And then they dropped. I think that was Stone Cold. That was just before Stone Cold Killer dropped, wasn't it? And he dropped that, and now My Endless Nightmare. And their trajectory the past year, they've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles out, and they're doing well.
Yeah, 2 through Wake Up Music Rocks. Ultimately, we did do 3 prior to that. But again, it was prior to us having the full lineup. So, like, for instance, like the vocals on the first 3 songs, the clean vocals were me, where Alex was still doing the heavy stuff. And then it was just, like I said, trial and error. You got to find the right guys, got to find the right lineup. I believe that we have the right guys now, and I really look forward to what we're going to do next. But I think a big turning point for us was definitely once we signed with Pepper and Wake Up Music Rocks. It's just her reach is big. It's broad. You know what I mean? So we're able to kind of break the mold on stuff that I couldn't necessarily do myself. But Stone Cold Killer, I mean, for a heavy song, and that was a really heavy song for the most part, which didn't necessarily define our band and really show off what we're really about. But it was really a song that we wrote, and then ultimately that started fucking hitting the charts and crazy. And then ultimately after that, we just did My Endless Nightmare, and that one's taken off on YouTube. I think we got like 230,000 streams of it in 2 weeks already. So I mean, it's starting to happen, and I really owe a lot of it, and we owe a lot of it to Pepper and what she's doing for us.
Well, why don't we get into it?
All right, we can do that.
Lined up.
Let's get into it. Let's see it.
Let's play the video right now. So let's go old school. Jared, you want to say it?
Yeah, y'all can when it comes to the song, like tell us everything or tell us nothing when it comes to lyrics and what the song's about.
So, well, I mean, I hate to keep doing all the talking here and make my guys sit there, but ultimately, the song, I came up with the initial opening riff and I kind of built it from there. I'll be honest with you, when I was in the studio kind of creating it, it took up multiple sessions for me to like write it from start to finish. Right. So it's got a lot of moving parts to it, but ultimately I had a couple different ideas and I scratched those ideas and I would add something different until it came out to what it is now. I did write all the lyrics for it. But again, now that I have Alex and Russ doing the singing for it, I'm writing towards their style and towards what they're good at and everything like that as well. So the song itself is essentially about being addicted to something, not being able to get away from it, and it ends up becoming your endless nightmare. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, here it is. It's a moment of violence, my endless nightmare. Check it out. You're watching The Sound. All right. Well, everybody give me a second to unmute everybody here. And that was My Endless Nightmare from A Moment of Violence. And I think I have everybody unmuted now.
Perfect.
All right.
Nice.
Beautiful. What
Yeah,
a
I'm
banger.
digging it.
So I'll shut up for the rest of the interview, guys.
So I want to talk a little bit about what's coming up for you guys, because I saw some good friends of ours in the comments and you've got some shows coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we have
And it's Exigent are in the house.
Yeah. What's up, Exigent?
So you got some shows coming up with those guys?
Yeah, the next show I believe is down in Propaganda in Lake Worth, Florida. That's on February 10th, and Exigent will be there as well. So we're excited for that one because that is a proper South Florida venue. It's a great place to go see bands. It has a wonderful built-in crowd that shows up on a regular basis to see the bands, and a very important venue when it comes to supporting the scene for this type of music. Absolutely. So we're definitely amped up for that show.
Yeah, that's going to be sick.
Yeah, I see a lot of commentary about that particular venue, especially with Exigent. So I'm excited for you guys to be able to pair up with them and have them supporting you in that venue. Have you ever played there before?
Yeah, several.
Yeah, we played there in December, and as this particular full lineup, we played there, and then I believe Desi, you guys played there previously, back like a year or two ago, right?
Yeah, we've played there, I think, a handful of times, probably 4 or 5 times overall since we've been a band. And it's always a a good show. Like Hatchet said, it's a good crowd. They're kind of a built-in crowd. They come out there and they expect to see a good show. And the sound engineer is pretty good there overall. So it usually ends up being a good time for sure, 100%.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to be out on the road. Is there plans to get out of Florida, doing some tours,
coming north?
Always, I think, right, Desi? I mean, we're always aiming. Our saying in the band is to the moon. So definitely we would like to go above and beyond if that is.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
We tried. We tried the other day to get you guys up here. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
No, we'll make it happen though. We'll make it work on some dates or something, innit, and pull them up to a sound show for sure.
Yeah.
So you say to the moon. So where do you see a moment of violence being in 5 years' time?
Brent, take that one, buddy.
Madison Square Garden, baby.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the attitude to have.
Keep doing it.
I'll be there.
Where aren't you?
Great question.
Very true. Very true.
So trying to, get out there and getting as many, ears and eyeballs as possible. And at the end of the day, it speaks for itself, essentially, So, I mean, you got to get out of Florida to go to the moon. So, as far as answering your question, we're definitely going to get out of Florida.
A lot of people have left Florida though and went straight to the moon. Just a little FYI there.
Right, definitely. So,
but I will tell you 2 bands that their first shows out of Florida were Biloxi.
Yeah.
One was Nonpoint. The other one was Creed.
Wow. Awesome.
So,
yeah, it's funny actually. I had done an interview with a magazine for A Moment of Violence, and I think they were based out of the UK. And I had made the point that Florida as a state has a surprisingly amazing legacy when it comes to just bands in general, but certainly quite a few metal bands from over the years have originated in Florida. Death, Camelot started in Florida. Back Sabotage was from Florida. I mean, Nonpoint. There's quite a few bands that have gone to great heights in the industry, and obviously, bands like Skinner too back in the day. So,
absolutely,
it's the melting pot of all the talent down here.
Definitely. So
go ahead.
But one last question from me, and it's the question I always ask because it's the one I'm most interested in. When can I get new music from A Moment of Violence?
So the one that you were talking about before that I let you listen to ahead of schedule was originally scheduled to be the first one, but we kind of moved some stuff around a little bit and did Stone Cold Killer. But anyway, Shots Fired. That one's going to be coming out probably. We just released My Endless Nightmare, so I'd give it a few months. But ultimately that's going to be a kick-ass killer song, man. And I think
it is. Like,
yeah,
I want to add it tomorrow.
You know, so that one's going to go, in my opinion. So,
all right. If somebody was looking for a moment of violence, where would they find you most active at?
go ahead, Scotty.
I believe on Instagram we're at @amob_official. If you were to find us on Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon Music, etc., it's just A Moment of Violence, and all of our singles should be on there. The ones with Wake Up Music Rocks, and as well as the ones that we recorded for ourselves before then.
Yeah, so I mean, ultimately, I would say our most active spot is certainly Facebook, Instagram, for sure. But you know, we try to be everywhere we possibly can. Like I was talking to Matt the other day, and he's like, "Oh, you guys on Twitter?" I'm like, "No, not yet." He's like, "Get on Twitter." So we're on Twitter, and Brent's working the shit out of that account. So, you know, we're trying to build in every possible that we can.
So do each one of you work a different account?
Well, I mean, for a majority of the accounts, I'm the sole one that's working the accounts, but I do try to delegate as much as possible because I do have to wear a lot of different hats as far as producing and promotion and all that other good stuff as well. So Brent was, kind enough to take that over. I think Scotty had mentioned he might be looking to work the Instagram account at some point soon as well. So
nice.
I like it.
Oh,
yep.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. We enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed it.
No, we appreciate you guys, man, and everything you guys do. I believe it's your birthday today, Kevin. Right? Is that correct?
No, my birthday's in a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
it's close though. You're close. You're close.
Don't get me to the 50 that quick.
Push him over the edge, baby.
All right. Well, a happy early birthday then.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We appreciate
that.
And we look forward to putting out more music and getting you guys to possibly play that as well. So thank you.
Heck yeah, just let us know.
Thank y'all for your time.
Thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Night. All right. Let me see where we're at. All right. So on to other things. So before we bring this next guest on, we do have a concert announcement to make.
We do.
So everybody has been asking Rockin' the Sound 2024.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Rockin' the Sound 2024 will not be happening this year. So the plans are to return next year in 2025. The sponsorships are not there this year to help facilitate being able to do such a big festival. But we're working throughout the year to try to make it happen in 2025. So on that note, if anybody would like to sell sponsorships or help us with sponsorships for 2025, you're more than welcome to send us a message and let us know where we can go or what we can do or how you can help. Either way. So
yeah, and we're gonna continue to do the smaller shows this year. So Rockin' the Sound's not going away. It's just we're gonna have a little bit of a 1-year hiatus. Are we gonna make the other announcement too?
Yeah, I've actually got a video commercial to play. So
let's do it.
Are we doing that now? Or are we?
Yeah, I wanted to do it now and then go from there. So.
Yeah. So like you say, I say smaller shows. They're still big shows. They're just not a all day 11 band festival.
I mean,
it's a pretty epic show.
But this is still 6 bands.
Right.
So if anybody was familiar on how we worked the Rockin' the Sound pre-party, this one's going to work pretty much the same way. But without further ado, here we go. The Sound 228 and the Cannery Bar and Grill bring you the Rock Redemption Tour, April 12th, 2024 at the Cannery Bar and Grill. The Rock Redemption Tour with Scotty Austin, formerly of Saving Abel. The Rock Redemption Tour with Seventh Day Slumber.
Surviving the wasteland, becoming a world full of walking dead.
Shallow Side.
It's not the first time, 'cause you're the worst kind.
Magdalene Rose, Love the Hate, and Transient. It all happens at the Cannery Bar and Grill, April 12th, 8 p.m. Tickets on sale now at thesound228.com. The Rock Redemption Tour with Scotty Austin, Seventh Day Slumber, Shallow Side, Magdalene Rose, Love the Hate, and Transient. Get your tickets now at thesound228.com. Being brought to you by the Sound 228, the Cannery Bar and Grill, Wake Up Music, and Spade Images.
Who's buying my flight? That's all I want to know.
So that was my whole thing was while stupid Facebook doesn't allow you to schedule an event. So I couldn't schedule it while we're doing the show, it'd post itself. So while we were doing the show, that's what I was doing, was creating the event on Facebook. So
cool.
So that show is at the Cannery Bar and Grill. It's going to be in Biloxi, Mississippi, April 12th. 6 bands. We will have Scotty Austin, Seventh Day Slumber, Shallow Side, Magdalene Rose, Love the Hate, and Transient, all in one night. We will be using both stages, and we will be bouncing inside, outside, like we did the Rockin' the Sound pre-party. So without further ado, the headliner for that show is happening to join us tonight. And let's bring Scotty Austin in. Scotty, how are you?
Ooh, that commercial got me pumped.
So,
happy birthday to you.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, man.
So I will tell you this week.
Spending it here with me. That's thank you so much for spending your birthday with all of us.
Oh, no. You know what? I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So, but we are very excited to have you with us. So I wish I would have had a graphic of an elephant in a room, because I'm going to bring, I'm going to bring it up at some point.
I've got a few beers, so I'll talk about whatever. I don't care.
So the commercial says Scotty Austin, formerly of Saving Abel, but you are now with Saving Abel again, correct?
That is correct. Yes, that is correct. I know. It's a wild ride, man.
But you're keeping you had already had a bunch of Scotty Austin dates.
Well, I mean, it's a different thing that we're doing, and it's been really good for us. And I'm having a blast with this other band. So I will continue doing that. But I mean, I'm a huge Saving Abel fan, so so there's that. So I'm going to do both.
Awesome. So we've been sitting on this show for a while. Y'all have been working hard putting this tour together. And so we've had one. So Seventh Day Slumber and Maggie have played for us before. They were part of our Dirty 30 Fest last year. Shallow Side has always been one of the bands that, from the very first show we ever put on, Shallow Side was one of the bands we tried to get. And now they're going to be here. And then, of course,
they're fantastic live. They're so good live.
Aren't they incredible?
They're amazing. Truly amazing.
Man.
And then you got Love the Hate out of Mobile, and then Transient will be joining us as well. So got a couple locals on that show that'll do well, but Love the Hate is part of the tour as well. So tell me I'm telling you, your list of damn shows is just insane. How do you, you're getting ready to head to the West Coast with Cottonmouth Kings and Rehab, correct?
Oh yeah, that's going to be a blast. Well, this weekend we're in Chicago, but that's our last show for the year here. For the month, until we start this Cottonmouth Kings tour. And we start Everett, Washington. We're going down the West Coast of California. Got 2 days in LA, over to Vegas, Salt Lake City, back up to Colorado, and then to Sturgis, South Dakota. It's going to be fantastic, man. I can't wait. I can't wait.
So somebody's wanting to know where in Chicago you're going to be at.
Oh God.
He's like on the spot.
The place is called the Goat Village. But,
Goat Village. It's just north
Village.
of Chicago.
I don't know
come on, Cindy,
address,
you can make it.
But it's going to be a great time.
It's Yeah, from what I've looked at some pictures of it, and it's a pretty new venue too. So
Yeah, that it is.
So that'll be exciting.
It's a
So what
wild name.
so you've put out some solo stuff. And most recently you got Psycho Sex, and it's climbing the charts. It's doing well for us here at the Sound. We're gonna play the static video you have of it so people can hear the song if they haven't heard the song yet. Tell us a little bit about your solo stuff, and with going with and being back with the guys from Saving Abel. Are you going to continue to work on your solo stuff as well?
Absolutely, I am, and I already have the next track recorded, and it is so cool. It features Danny from Rehab, the band Rehab. He's featuring on it. It's a little different. It's a little more chill than the Psycho Sex song, but it's hilariously awesome. It's called All Locked Up. It's about going to jail, which I have done. I put it to song format, and I can't. You guys are gonna love it.
Yeah, nice. Way to turn a trial or tribulation into something positive, right? Make a song out of it.
Yeah, the title track is it's called Cell Block D.
It's kind of sounds like a little Johnny Cash vibe to that, without having actually heard the song, but the the theory behind it.
Yeah, I can see that. Anybody that's been to jail can relate.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy to laugh on this side. It was not so easy to laugh on the other side.
Right. That is true. So you weren't in the backstage area when we were having the discussion, and the band that was on prior to you joining, we talked to them about it too. So we were talking about it on the earlier about how a lot of music, how Jared does it is there's a bunch of marbles here. So you got a bunch of bands, but they're all gravitating towards kind of the same kind of sound. What do you think in the music industry on your side of it? What do you think is going on with that?
Well, for me, what makes rock and roll so fantastic is it is diverse. It's not so cookie cutter. Like you could have so many different bands with the varied sounds, but we're all still rock and roll. It's just a feeling. If that's what you're talking about.
I think a little bit more like what we were talking about earlier is just a little bit kind of how, production has changed and how music's recorded, and it kind of tends to lean itself to people sounding a little more the same, because a lot of music's now created inside the box in computers without drummers and MIDI, and and not that that's inherently bad. It just kind of makes things kind of not, you don't have that, expression, that personality, as you dilute the amount of people that are actually writing the song. You may not have 4 crazy individuals in a room writing a song like you had in the 90s, right? That's kind of what Kevin.
You are correct. Okay, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, everything's been broken into category after subcategory. So they listen. So it's like active rock. Well, it's still rock and roll, but now it's something where it all sounds the same. You click over the next one. They have to fit into such a tight box just to be a part of it. You don't have Tom Petty's anymore.
Right. Exactly. Like some just crazy guy who comes out with this unique sound. It's there. I don't want to be misquoted. It's out there, and we want to find it. I just think that the majority feels like it's kind of gravitating to the same thing. That's all we're saying, and that's good. And it's bad.
More. Well, I use a swing with my music, and not much rock has a swing anymore. So I really appreciate you guys playing my track, because we are a little different.
That's what we want. That's what we I mean, we're all about different,
right.
It's got to be good too, and yours is. So
I think it is like that. People that sound unique are being missed by mainstream radio and stuff like that, because that's what they think people want to listen to. But like me, I want to find something that sounds completely different, and someone who's unique and has that bit of swing in their rock, and has stuff like that. Like we spoke about Raptors earlier, they got a song that's got a 1920 swing vibe to it.
Yeah, and even if it's like not your most favorite song, it's like I respect that that's They wrote. They're an artist. They wrote something. You know what I mean? They created something there, right?
I agree. A lot of the rock that we have now feels like it came out of the Queensryche vibe of the '80s, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it was, it was serious and a little darker. And then, there was, like the Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue vibe was more like just happy and party and less serious. But a lot of the rock we have now doesn't seem to have that party vibe anymore. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, absolutely. Let's jump into it, Kevin. You got the controls there.
I do. We so it's a static, so you'll be able to hear the song. You'll see the cover art, but here it is. It's Scotty Austin. It's Psycho Sex. Check it out, and you are watching the sound.
I'm a bastard at best. I am driving Uber, she flies private planes. She's romance movies, I'm video games. All these problems go away when we're You say I'm crazy, I'm addicted to the sex. Maybe you ain't think of breaking me yet. I might be psycho, but you knew that when we met. We don't need no romance, we got psycho sex. Psycho sex. I like heavy metal and she likes the Grateful Dead. She drinks her wine, I shoot whiskey instead. Her friends are all against me, they just don't understand. I hear them whisper, what you doing with him? All these problems go away when we're You say I'm crazy, I'm addicted to the sex. Maybe you ain't think of breaking me yet. I might be psycho, but you knew that when we met. We don't need no romance, we got psycho sex. Fight is all you ever wanna do. Yeah. I know. I'm the world's biggest She don't like me naked and she hates the way I dress. She's daddy's princess, I'm a bastard at best. But all these problems go away when we're You say I'm crazy, I'm addicted to the sex. Maybe you ain't think of breaking me yet. I might be psycho, but you knew that when we met. We don't need no romance, we got psycho sex. Psycho sex.
All right. That is Scotty Austin. That is Psycho Sex. And he is our headliner for the Rock Redemption Tour coming to the Cannery in Biloxi on April 12th.
Scotty, I've got to ask you, for all the women here in the comments, who are you talking about?
No comment.
No
Oh,
comment.
okay. All right.
I love it.
Okay. Then was it a good experience or a bad experience?
Oh yeah. I'm married with kids.
So it was a good. Okay. All right. Ladies, you have your answer.
Maybe it's not one specific person or time. Maybe it's a conglomerate of different experiences.
I think it's something that everyone can relate to.
Correct. He's writing for the masses, right?
I like it.
It's a catchy tune.
Yeah, it's very catchy.
Thank you.
No, and so I saw in the comments where Cindy said she loved it. So does that guarantee that Cindy's going to Goat
Chicago.
Village to see Scotty in concert this weekend?
Fantastic. Come on.
If I know Cindy,
Yeah, she'll be
she
there.
will do everything she can to get there. Yeah,
Wonderful.
she says
Well,
yes.
make sure you come say hello.
The answer is yes.
There you go. Boom.
So if nothing else, Scotty, just being on the show, we sold you a ticket to your show.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Hey, man, I really appreciate what you guys do. So thank you so much for having me. Seriously.
Hey, it's
and
our
playing
pleasure.
my tracks. I can't thank you enough for that. Thank you so much.
No,
real rock and roll alive. We need you. We truly need you. So thank you.
Well,
so
we try. It's a passion.
Yeah, we have definitely tried.
I know it has to be. It's rock and roll. It's all about passion. Now, none of us are doing this for the money. We're doing it for the love of the music. So
definitely not doing it for the money.
Thank all of you folks that are listening too. Seriously, thank you so much for supporting all of this.
If we were doing it for the money, we'd all be on the street.
Yeah.
Right. It's
I was
got to
going
be
to say, there's money involved.
Yeah, blood in the veins, man.
Yeah.
So in the midst of this tour, they're going to be sprinkling in some Saving Abel dates as well. How are you maneuvering through that roadmap?
It's pretty interesting. It's a wild ride, I tell you, because we have so much good stuff going on this year already. These guys called me, and as you know, they're my brothers. So we're gonna make sure. I'm just gonna be touring a lot more than I thought I was. I guess that's the best thing to say. So when I have some time off, we're gonna do that too. We're not gonna overlap any of our dates. So if I'm near the area, please come out and see me, because if Scotty Austin project's here, the Saving Abel would not be in the same area this year. So we don't want to oversaturate an area.
I got you. I understand. When you said overlap, I was wondering what you meant by that. So if Scotty Austin's playing Biloxi, Saving Abel won't be playing Biloxi this year.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
Oh, there we go.
But everything will get more streamlined as we go. It's like we're just trying to get it all the logistics figured out right now. But we're definitely going to be playing some shows, so you can count on that.
Awesome.
Oh.
So if anybody was trying to locate Scotty, where would Scotty be most active on the social medias?
Facebook, actually. Facebook would be the best way to get in touch with us, because my wife is our agent for Saving Abel and my project. So she will check the messages. If I don't get them, she'll be like, "Hey, why are you not checking these?" So she'll get on me. I promise I'll get back to you. You message me there.
Nice. Well, Scotty, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you on April 12th, headlining our first show of 2024, with a couple more hopefully to go throughout the year. So thank you very much, and look forward to seeing you in April.
It's my absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for doing the Dirty 30. Keep rocking out, and happy birthday to you, dude. So you guys have a good one.
All right.
Nice. Have a good
See
night.
you later.
Thank you. Y'all.
Bye. All right. Well, there you go.
That was cool, man.
Yeah. I was
Yeah, he's
curious.
a cool guy.
I was curious to see how they were going to maneuver the whole. Still doing the Scotty Austin thing, but he's got Saving Abel now too. So I was kind of curious to see how they were going to work all that out. So
yeah, it's cool to hear it straight from him. So what are we looking like?
Oh, I guess we're on the grudge match now, huh?
Well, 1 second, just so you know, if you're looking for Scotty Austin, you can find him at the Scotty Austin.
Yep.
So go ahead and check him out there. He's also, I think, it's Scotty Austin Official. That was the Scotty Austin on Facebook, Scotty Austin Official on Instagram.
Nice.
There you go. So just so you know, the event invite is up now and this is why you shouldn't do stuff while you're trying to do a show at the same time, because you misspell stuff.
Yeah, Derek, we are not singing.
Let me fix that real quick. So singing what?
Happy birthday.
No. Look. We have another show February 7th.
Happy birthday.
My birthday's February 9th. So we could
we're gonna go old school if we do it. We're definitely gonna go old school.
Are we gonna harmonize?
We can do that.
We're gonna try. We'll work on it.
You're gonna croon? So
yes, crooner for sure. Crooner style for sure.
We'll let the vocalist handle that so Jared can sing. Matt and I will just sit here and smile.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, you trust me. I want to keep viewers on, watching. I don't want to tear everyone's ears off.
So I want to remind everybody real quick. So this show is April 12th. It's at the Cannery in Biloxi. 6 bands. It's only $25.
Damn.
So tickets are on sale right now at thesound228.com. That's what I've been working on while we've been doing this, because you can't do all of it because it posts the minute you do it and all that kind of stuff. But it is up on the website at thesound228.com. You can get your tickets starting right now. Guarantee you, remember, can only get so many people inside the cannery. Guarantee you this one will sell out. So
it's a small venue, folks.
Yeah.
What's the cap at the cannery?
So we're going to be doing inside outside. So
yeah,
but we can probably maybe.
Yeah.
I
maybe.
think pushing it. I was going to say like 150, 170.
Yeah. It's
well, if you count the outside, you could balloon it out a little bit,
Maybe
but
250.
Yeah, so I would say 250, 300.
Yeah, that's probably more
if you count the outside. So, and it's going to be inside outside. Still haven't kind of figured out who's playing outside and who's playing inside yet, because Scotty's headlining, so that would be an outside. But Seventh Day Slumber, you can't put them on the inside stage. They would have to play outside.
Not with their production, no.
Yeah, so inside would probably be Transient, Love to Hate, and Maggie. And then Shallow Side, Seventh Day Slumber, and Scotty Austin outside. And we just kind of then does Maggie play after Shallow Side? So we still got to figure all that kind of stuff out. So, but
set times to be determined.
Yes. Set times will probably be determined on April 11th with the show on April 12th.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So we will get with our wonderful sound engineer, Jay Landis, and we will get all that worked out because Jay will be running sound for us. So, yeah.
Yep.
There we go. I'm excited
Great
about
show.
it. It is a good one.
It's going to be fun. It's a killer lineup, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, that lineup, 6 bands, that lineup could easily have been half the lineup or so for Rockin' the Sound.
Right.
Easily.
For sure. For sure.
So the kind of no Rockin' the Sound this year, but we'll do a couple bigger, small ones that will make up for that.
Right.
Bringing you those killer bands that you've got to go and see.
That's right.
All right. So with the grudge match, the winner getting 61% of the votes, the winner is Devour the Day with Worse Than Death.
All right.
Nice.
So,
Congrats.
Congratulations, Devour the Day. They will move on to February 7th, and they will take on a new challenger, probably, I don't know, Moment of Violence, maybe.
Oh.
So,
not bad.
So that's probably what we'll do with the next grudge match, but congratulations to the guys from Devour the Day. And I think that's it.
Talking of Devour the Day, Kevin.
What about?
I'll bring it up, shall I?
Uh-oh. And they have agreed to do the show, by the way.
Oh, fantastic.
We just got to come up with a date.
So, okay.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. but I didn't. Yeah, so I didn't load it in.
Oh, I thought you were okay.
But yeah, no, I talked to Joey, and Joey's all about doing the show. Just got to find a date for him to get on. So
Great.
Yeah.
And if we can get Joey on, Blake will join him, and hopefully Blake will be in video this time.
I do want to thank everybody that's bought a physical copy of the magazine. This month was a good month, and we appreciate that very much. There was a few copies bought this month, so thanks to Esgen Embers for pushing it out there and sharing it around, and it looks good and it's fun doing so.
Yes. So, and on that note, so we are looking for a sponsor for the grudge match. So we have the grudge match sponsorship available. So it's $75 a month. You get the grudge match and you get a half-page ad in the magazine.
There you go.
So if you know anybody interested that would want to do that, let us know, and
tag their business in the comments, push it out to them. If you know somebody in the industry, if you're a band and you just want to get your name out there, jump on it.
Same thing with the ads for the magazine itself. If you're a band and just want to get your name out there, it's only $25 for a quarter-page ad in the magazine. It's $40 for a half page, and it's $75 for a full page. And then the sound check is currently going on. We have 4 new bands in the sound check with Paralandra, Who They Fear, Micah Eris, and Wake Up Hate. And it's going really well. You can hear it again next week, or you can hear it on demand. If you download our app and go to the on demand section, you can hear the current sound check. And if you didn't hear the last sound check, that one's on demand too. So you can hear it there. We got 2 big things going on tomorrow. We've got 2 premieres that we're doing and playing all day. We are going to be premiering the new Dark Remedy, We Are the Dead. I want to thank Paul Crosby Management for allowing us to have that world premiere. So it'll be all day tomorrow, starting at midnight. And then Waterfront, Sleep in the Cold. We will also be premiering that. Thank you to Affiant Records for allowing us to premiere that as well. So that's actually midnight tonight.
It's actually their single Atmosphere from their EP, Sleep in the Cold.
My bad.
That drops on Friday.
You're right. There you go. Sorry. My apologies.
Yeah.
And since our show is not until after we release the magazine, do we want to show the cover or no?
I've loaded it in there in case we want to use it. It's up to everyone else.
Oh, my.
Build it up. Build it up.
Okay. So, the cover, this band, they played down here a while back, but they're out on tour right now. They just dropped a new EP. We just added their new song last week. Mm-hmm. And the cover of the February Sound magazine is plush.
Nice.
So they are out on tour with Disturbed and
Falling in Reverse.
They will be playing Biloxi in mine and Jared's area in February, I think right around Valentine's Day, if I remember right in that time frame. So our cover and that release will be February 2nd, which is a week from Friday. That magazine will be coming out. So we've got some work to do if y'all don't remember.
Many thanks to Ann Schlottman. I believe she is the one who is writing the cover article for Plush.
She is.
Yeah.
So looking for that. So, all right. Anything else before we wrap it up?
That's it.
And oh crap. No, we won't. No happy birthday tonight.
What I'll do next episode is I'll make sure I'm on my iPhone.
Out of him on the episode near his birthday. Don't you worry, folks.
I'll make sure I'm on my iPhone so I can have like the fireworks and the balloons dropping and everything. So
we'll do it from our phones.
There you go.
Thanks everybody for tuning in on the live and listening on the audio side of things. We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Y'all have a great night.